Uplift the lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Shout out D on the track, Paint Music Media. Shout out DJ Lee Productions, and I'm Al Ken. But if you a game changer, got my head, my grind on high, win, lose, or drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 I'm full court press. I pledge allegiance to the best. Ain't nothing left to give it that reverence that the Father gets. So every day I work the sweat, can get a flesh another rest. They say go hard or go home. I say just do whatever's best. It's evident I'm blessed and I work like it. Fight like a Viking. Fight like a lichen. The difference is I like it, so I shine like I'm lightning. So I'm going head to head with certain depth. Who you liking? Yeah. So it's time for coach to put me in. I'm strapping on my shoulder pads, lacing up my cleats, and then I'm gone with the wind. Like I'm gone in 60 seconds. You can't hold me, you can't check me. Check the memo, check the message running through. Like I'm bad as I'm trucking whoever's standing in my way. Ain't no way you gon' stop me. You better off to let me in. Cause I go hard, even though they say no way that I could win. Like I'm Brett Ford, I'ma ride this way. My head to the sky, my grind on high. Win, lose, or drought, I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Yeah, I told you once before, my God came to change the game. Different outlook on to life, a different way to play the lane. Now my rushing yours is skyrocketing. Now I'm so insane. For the kingdom building, now my shot it cannot be contained. So I'm gon' pray for change for myself and then what I can. I don't need no euros or no pesos or no money grams. Shout out to Wado, cause I know that he gon' play this fam. The FCA sports camp, game changer, summer jam. I don't need 100 grand to tell them that they need the lamb. It's heaven, ain't just who I am. Al Cam, this where I stand. Man, I'm gon' play the fist. It's too deep to turn it quick. It's like I'm out from the trap to turn around, get back in it. Never that's so insane. It's evident your butt they chain. Like I'm Jack Johnson, the same year he changed his name. So I sacrifice my life for the cause, just to win. And if you a game changer, let me see you represent. My grind on high, win, lose, or drought. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Now put me in, coach. 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 I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 I'm a game changer.
How's everybody doing today? This is Charles McCutchen, your favorite entrepreneur. Glad I can get some of you back here, and let me go in about this one right quick. So, as I did last week's show, I had some people listening in. Some people spoke to me and said, "Well, Charles, why don't you bring up, anything that you've done?" And this is what I said to them. I said, "This show is not about me. So I like to bring a lot of different people on, but, I do have my perspective on different things that I've already done. And they was like, well, you didn't tell them this and tell them that and tell them this. And I was like, I've done a little bit in my time, and I've done it with the help of other people. So, I give other people the bad, hey, saying they helped me out. They got me, to this position. Now I'm moving forward with it. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to give a little bit about me, just so people can understand where I'm coming from and why I do what I do. And everything I do give God the glory, because he will definitely put it in your face, and you have to handle it with grace. So he's going to put it in your face, and you got to handle it with grace. I do want to thank Ms. Kimmy Robinson. She has been tremendous in helping a lot of people and giving people a platform with the different venues or different things that she's working on with, everything she's doing. I know she's doing the traveling as well, just getting it in and having fun. So I just want to say thank you for her and Alicia Magazine. I know that's her baby, and she birthed it, and she's making moves with it. So let me go back. I'm going to go back. I'm just a kid from the project, y'all. And I am a total believer that whatever we choose to put our minds to, that we can get through it if we work for it. I'm just a believer in that. I don't believe anything is impossible. To a certain extent, we definitely can make it happen. And the more people, positive people you have around you, y'all can make it happen that much faster. So I'd rather go together. And I know that's the African proverb out there. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So I look for people like myself, like Ms. Kimmy Robinson and other people that are movers and shakers that want to do some great things. And the other people, I let them do what they do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, all of us want to be somewhere. Some people put in the work and some don't. So, I started out in the project, and I say that because my mom don't like when I say that. But the truth of the matter is, she can't say that's not where we started. So, she don't like it because it's just a fact of the matter. And, nobody wants to glorify, coming from the project, but if that's where you came from, that doesn't have to be your mindset, though. So that's my mindset. I don't have to came from there. I'm thinking of bigger things. So as I was growing up, I started looking at TV, and I used to see this thing called Rich and Famous, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. And they just used to show things that I just thought was unbelievable. You have different yachts, you have islands, you have people that have 5 different homes in different parts of the world, and they're living a lavish lifestyle that I was like, how do people live like that? And we're on government assistance and stuff like that, barely had food to eat, and I'm just sitting there like, how do people live like that? And I'm talking about the government cheese. The cereal was a white box of cereal, and it had cereal in black letters. That's what I'm discussing. That's the real. And we had powdered eggs. And I will tell you to this day, if I go to any restaurant powdered eggs, I am going to be highly upset, highly, highly, highly upset because it just brings back memories, and I don't want to relive those memories. So everywhere I go, I would say, hey, do you have shelled eggs? And I have to ask that question only because I don't want powdered eggs. Been there, done that. I'm done. I've had my fill. I've had my share. So I share that with other people. A lot of people don't even have a clue what this powdered eggs are or peanut butter that came into a tin can that was so thick it would break the bread when you try to spread it type of stuff. So that I came out of that knowing that there was more to life, and I didn't know how to get it. So what I had to do, I started seeking, and the one thing I was doing, I was going to school. I joined the military like right out of high school just because I looked at how much college costs, and I looked at, the family situation, and I was like, I'm not even going to ask. So I didn't even ask my mom or my stepdad at the time. I didn't ask them, do we have money for school? I just said, okay, what's the best route I could do that can get me into school? So that's what I did. I went to the Navy. I started out enlisted, started as an E1 and started working my way up through the ranks. And then about 7 years, probably 7.5 years, I was about to get out the military, and my mom didn't want me to. She's like, well, what are you going to do? There's nothing out here, blah, blah, blah. I heard the story. And so, I said, I'm going to put in this officer program, and if I make it, I'll stay. If I don't make it, I'm a single guy. I can fend for myself, no big deal. I wasn't scared of the outside world. So I put the package in, and I was always taking classes in the military. So I told myself, either I'm going to take classes or I'm going to work a second job, and that was my mentality wherever I wanted to get to. So I kept doing that. And as I got closer to taking these classes, I got about 58 credit hours, and then I put in this officer package, and the story to the officer package, that's a whole other story. They came back with a letter and said, no, it was December 23rd. December 23rd, I called down to the actual place where they, let people know if they made it, because they only select a few people into this program Navy-wide across the board. So I called down and I got some insight, and the guy who ran the program picked up the phone and he said, I got some good news and I got some bad news. He said the bad news is you didn't actually make the program chosen. If something happened with the rest of it, I think they chose 16 people or something to that effect. So he told me I was a third alternate. And then after that, he said the good news is we take the first, 5 alternates. I said, ooh. And I went and I just started, I was just screaming at the top of my lungs. And I know people were thinking I was crazy. I think you have to be a little bit crazy to do some of the things that I do as an entrepreneur. So I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and I kept it in, and I didn't tell nobody. So 2 weeks later, we get a letter on the ship, and everybody had to get together, and we're all in this big room. And then my supervisor, he actually read the letter in front of everybody and was like, Charles McCutchen, you didn't get accepted this time, good luck on next time. And so when that happened, people, congratulate me. Hey, you still put it in, no big deal. Still had that secret in the back of my mind that I couldn't tell nobody, that I didn't want to tell nobody. And then some people were shady, was like, I knew he wasn't going to make it, and I had to hear that. And I let that go on for another 2 weeks. So in another 2 weeks, another letter came in, and they got everybody together again. And then he read the letter. He said, you have been accepted into the officer program. And that's when my life changed. Because the people that were dogging me out, they were in disbelief, and they were like, oh my, I don't believe she made it, So after the officer program, I had to go to Old Dominion University. I went there for some time, took some classes at Norfolk State and Hampton University as well. But I got I received the degree, earned the degree from Old Dominion University. And when you earn a degree, you become an ensign in the United States Navy, United States Naval Officer, and that comes with it, pride, professionalism, and everything else that comes with that. And it was a beautiful time because it just allowed me to see things differently from the enlisted side, and now I had an opportunity to see things from the officer side. So I'm going to back up. Right when I got out of high school, a little bit after that, I bought my first house. And when I bought it, I didn't have a clue of what I was doing. I worked with this lady who was a real estate agent, and she gave me some insight and information and said, hey, you need to do this, do this, do this. So bought the first house. It had equity in it, and all equity was, to me, it's just from the time you buy a house to whatever you pay it down to, that money in between there is equity. And back in the day, you could take out equity, and all it did was, you may have to pay a little bit more on your mortgage, but you had, I took out the money, and next thing you know, I'm going to the bank with $37,000 and some jogging pants and a T-shirt, and it was just an amazing time. And that really changed my life on real estate and how I looked at money and stuff like that. So she had told me, the real estate agent was like, hey, Charles, you have equity in your property. And I was like, well, what's that? What's equity? She was like, well, we talked a little bit, so $1,000 and bought another property with that money. and then I had a rental, and then, I had the other place that I was living at, primary residence. So I was like, wow. But what I learned, like today, I look back on that and say, well, that's the wrong way to do real estate. You don't want to put up $20,000. So that's why I talk more real estate and showing people how to do real estate. So fast forward, I did 22 years as a naval officer, retired military with honorable discharge. I got out of the military, and as a naval officer, I was doing, I seemed like I did everything. I did a little supply, I did training, I did administration, I was a strike warfare officer, I was a fire control officer, I did ballistic missile defense, I was a combat systems officer. So I took on a lot of different roles in my time in the military, and I just loved every bit of it. I had some great people that I worked with. And when I finished that and processing out of the military, I was literally on vacation down in Miami. And I was like, 22 years, I'm relaxing this out. Then I received a phone call from Booz Allen Hamilton. I did a couple of interviews before I worked with them, 13 to be exact. I did about 13 interviews. I got all these different companies was trying to get me up to Washington, D.C., trying to get me to Colorado and down to Tampa because I was doing ballistic missile defense, and those were the primary places where ballistic missile defense was huge. So as I was doing that, I didn't want to leave the Hampton Roads or Norfolk, Virginia area, only because, that to me, I was a Army brat, meaning that my stepdad was in the Army, so we traveled all over the country really, and overseas as well. Germany, had a lot of fun over there as a child, and I just wanted to be in one place. In the 9th grade, I think I went to 3 different schools. So, once I got to did the Navy, I stayed at Norfolk Naval Base, literally in that area my entire 2 years. And people was like, wow, you didn't want to leave? I was like, I had my share of traveling, but I traveled the world. So even now, I still travel. I go to Italy, Spain. You just travel, Germany. So my thought process is, if I want to go somewhere, I'll just travel so I can stay in one place. I wanted to call a place home base, other than outside of Michigan. I'm born in Michigan. So I called, Norfolk, Virginia, the Virginia area. I said, well, this is the home base for me. So I stayed here for a while, did ballistic missile defense, had a lot of fun there with that company, Booz Allen Hamilton, very respectable company, top Fortune 500 company, defense contracting company that I know out there. Once I left them, I stayed there about a year and a half. I left them 14 September 2012. Now, all along this journey, I'm still doing real estate here and there. I stopped doing real estate a little bit back in 2007 only because I was traveling. Then I jumped back on it. And then I was writing like in 2011. I was writing a lot because some people wanted information as I got out of the military. And so I started writing a little bit more, and I wrote a book and became a best-selling author last year, and that was a real estate book. And shameless plug, you can go to www.charlesmccutchen.com and go to the products and buy that one. That's a real estate book, the ultimate survival guide to real estate, because I met some fantastic people who showed me a different way of real estate than me spending all my money. So they showed me creative financing, and it changed the way I look at real estate and everything like that. So I kept going. I started a nonprofit. One of my mentors kept hitting me up like, Charles, you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. And what I learned is that having a nonprofit is totally a game changer for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons is a lot of us want to do a lot of great work out here, and we come out of pocket to do all this great work. And my mentor would tell me, if you're going to do, the stuff that you're doing, why don't you the funding from grants and different other local, state, and other charities, that other people that want to donate to your nonprofit. And so as I'm speaking on that, it's crazy. I'm up here in the D.C., Maryland area about to do a video for my nonprofit for homeless veterans. So that video is going to go viral. I'm going to be using that video with a lot of different companies, but one venue that we're going to be using it at is New York Fashion Week. It's actually going to be played during New York Fashion Week, and I'm excited about that. Company got in touch with me and wanted me to participate and give to the nonprofit and help out homeless veterans. And another shameless plug, I just know that, no matter where we go out in the U.S., I'm a big advocate of veterans, because we put ourselves on the line, and I know less than like 1%, maybe 1.5, have ever been a veteran, and you put your life on the line, and to come back and not receive help, the way you should receive it, I know we're still like a little bit behind on where we should be on helping veterans. So this is my piece of the puzzle that I'm going to inject into the world, into the country, into the world of goal is to continue to help people no matter what industry I'm in. So along this whole journey, I was speaking in different elementary schools, high schools, churches, universities, corporations, industries. I get called on to speak, and I didn't look at it as a business, but I had to turn it into a business because I get called on so much, and I don't put myself out there to say, hey, can you book me? But now I had to turn the corner and start doing that to allow people to know that, hey, I'm a speaker. This is what I've done. This is my information. Here's my write-up on, what I've done. So you can book me and things like that. And it's crazy because every industry I work in, I work hard at each of these industries, and I look for the professionals to help me to go from A to B to C. So in the speakers world, I got for me, one of the best of the best of the best, Mr. Les Brown, and I've been traveling. I go where he goes, and he was up in New York. I got to see him in the Poconos, and down in the Florida area, I went to see him down there so I could be better. And it's just bettering our craft. And I tell anybody that's doing anything out there, find somebody that you relate to that's very successful. I don't care if it's on YouTube and you got to, pay some money to get to them. Do what you have to do, because if you'll pay for a concert, you should have to pay to see these folks who can actually give you some help, in whatever it is you're doing. So my speaking career it hasn't, went to the tippy top or anything like that, but I've been speaking in Texas, I've been speaking in Tennessee, in Michigan, in Virginia, in D.C., in California. So I'm getting, I'm picking it up a little bit, and I put it down so I can get my book done, because I have another book coming out. It is crazy that when I go to speak at these universities, I see, even high schools, I see there's a big gap in what these students need to know and what they should know, and how a lot of students are coming out of the universities broke and owing $50, $60, $70, $80, $90,000, and it's almost like you're starting on the ground floor and you have to build your way back up. So my thing is, why not do workshops for these universities and show them how to create money? Now, I'm a big advocate of creating your own income. I've done it in corporate America, and I've done it outside. While I was in corporate America, I had my own businesses, and I show students, like, you can go get a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but the best thing to do is get that job, but always be working on your own craft. In the back of your mind, always have something that you can work on yourself, to where you don't have to worry if that paycheck doesn't come, if they stop, you working there and say, hey, they tap you on the shoulder, and that's usually how it works. Hey, we have to talk to you. And then they tell you it's not personal, it's just business, but it becomes personal for you because you're out of work. And so now you have to go look for another job. And I say always have something on the side that you're passionate about, that you love doing, that you do for free. But since you do it so well, people will be willing to pay you. We all have a skill set. I don't know which one yours is, but you have to dig deep to find it, so you can, put yourself in a better position and predicament to where even, some students going through school, I'm showing them how to get rental property, get a duplex where you live on one side and somebody else lives in the other, and then you move out of there, you move somebody else in the other one, and now they're paying you rent to live there, and you use in part for your rent or your mortgage on your next house, because that's what I did. You use some of your money that you're getting from them on your next house, and you keep doing the process over and over and over and over and over. And anybody in this day and age right now, you can make money online. You may have not learned how to do it as of yet, but it's out there, and it's for anybody to take that's hungry and that really want to get the information and understand what it is you're doing. So I get a lot of people to hit me up about information on all these different topics that I'm telling y'all. And the thing they ask me for, and I say, we can text all day. I really need to talk to you because I want to hear it from you. I need to know where you are, what you're willing to do, what your time looks like. I need all that information because I want to make a concerted effort to help you get from A to B to Z. I give everybody everything I've already done. And this is the thing I will tell anybody. You can't tell me it doesn't work. You can say it may not work for you because you may not have done it. But anything that I give, from writing books to getting paid from being a speaker, from being a real estate investor, from starting a nonprofit to getting grants, anything that I'm giving, I've already done. So I may know a better way. And if you haven't done it, and I see people out there that try to go against what I say, and that's just them not knowing, and some of them have not done what I've done. So it's like, how do you know that it doesn't work? Because if you haven't tried it, you don't even know if it works or not. But even if you have tried it, that means it didn't work for you. Maybe you did something wrong, but this is what works for me. So as I go through this life right now, the next book I said is a high school book and a college book. It's all going to be one book, but I'm going to talk to the high school students and the college students and give them the business, the finance, the credit, the taxes, the money, the real estate piece, the entrepreneurship piece in there, how to write a checkbook. Just something, that I think everybody should know. Those are the tools and tips and things that people need. Vice just how to go get a job and work for somebody else's, company, to build that company up. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with working a job, but at some point in time, I ask people this question: can you transfer your job to your kids? Or is it somebody else's kids that you're helping pay for an Ivy League school? So we can all do it, or we can make excuses, or we can just get it done. And that's what I say. Don't stop saying, I'm waiting on God. God has given you everything. He's given you all the resources and all the people. You may just have not reached out to the right people and taken the right action. And I always say this: turn the TV off. Put some work into your craft, so you can become an 5 years to become an expert. 5 years. I can't even say I'm an expert in book writing. I can't say that. But in real estate, I can say that. I've been doing it for over 5 years. I'm still learning, though, and I think you don't stop learning this craft. I told somebody, one of my good friends, we go back to like 7th grade. I told him that doing real estate with no money, no money down. He was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, no, you can't do it. It's not that you just never did it before or never tried to learn, because I post a lot of stuff on social media, and a lot of people come to me and ask me different questions, and some people are serious and some are not. And that's okay. Either way, it's not, for me to make people serious. My thing is I like to provide great information, quality content, and I always tell people, go research it. But don't spend your time researching so much that you never do anything. So as I go through this journey again, I don't know, it's not going to end, God willing. It's not going to end. I just see too much, and I learn from all these different people, and I still have some people I still have yet to meet that are, I consider, experts in their field. So I'm going to go get their information. I need their information and to put another piece to my puzzle. And people say, well, I want to do what you're doing. And I say, well, let me explain it to you this way. To do what I'm doing, you're going to have to do what I'm doing. And people don't get that. And they think it's like flip notes that you're going to get, somebody say, well, can you email me about real estate? And I'm like, Email you what? It's not like you can get, I'll give you 3 sentences or a paragraph, and now you're a real estate expert and you're out there killing the game. That's just, it's not realistic. It's truly not realistic. You have to get around the real estate folks in your area. Some people are going to say they have secrets, and I'm going to tell you that there are none. I don't care which industry you go in. It's just people that know and people that don't. If you want to be in the real estate arena, there's 2 different sides. You can be an investor or you can be a real estate agent. And those are 2 totally separate, different things. It's like apples and oranges to me, personally. And some agents don't understand the investor side. As an investor, I totally understand the agent side. I just choose not to be an agent. And that's okay because I work with a lot of agents. And, you can partner with the agents. You don't have to have a license to do real estate. You have to have a license to sell if that's what you're doing on a, within reason, because as an investor, I can sell a property that I own. So that's the within reason part. So I bring that up because somebody was like, man, Charles, you never tell us, what it is you do. So that's me, and, along this journey of what I'm doing, and next on the plate for me is becoming a #1 New York Times bestseller, working with a lot of experts in that field, and going to get some information out to the students via high school and college students, and it's going to be something that's just amazing. It's truly going to be amazing. I'm getting a lot of help, a lot of feedback from universities that want to be a part of it. I have a lot of work to do, but, I'm not scared of hard work. I'm definitely not scared of hard work. Building right now, like down in the Dallas area, have some land down there, going to be building more single-family homes down there, looking to get in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a 9-story assisted living / independent living facility down there, land in Chesapeake, single-family homes in Chesapeake, Virginia, and around Chesapeake and the Hampton Roads, Virginia area. So I like to partner with people. I like to work with people who are hungry. I like to do my own deals, and I like to have other people do my deals and invest as well. So there's no shortage of things to do, put it that way. I will never say I'm bored. I can never be bored because there's so much on the table that I can actually do, supposed to do, that, I could never say I'm bored. I'd be, playing myself if I said that. So it's just, to me, all this is information. Let me give this out right quick. My email address is charlesmspeaks@yahoo.com. And I tell people in the subject line, put what you're looking for. If it's nonprofit, if it's real estate, if it's grants, if it's whatever it is, put it in there. And one of the best things I do, I'll do a consultation with you. I'll definitely do that. And it may take, about 15 minutes and kind of give you, I like to ask questions about where you are and where you want to be. And then I flip it to say, okay, let's look at your business. Was what I noticed is a lot of business owners are not really in business, because I got the business credit as well, but they're not really in business only because they're not set up correctly. And these are people, I see some business owners, they have businesses that are sole proprietors. Oh my goodness. Let me get this out right quick. I am not a lawyer. That's not what I do. I just understand a few things. I'm not a CPA. I'm not licensed or anything like that. I have information that I use, that I give to people so they can have a better understanding about what they're doing. That's what I have. I just give, you can call it advice if that's what you want to call it. It's just information to me. And I use everything that I have. And my bigger goal is more helping people. And I say, if you take your thought process away to say, how much can we make in this real estate? Like, who can you help? Can you help them save their home? Can you help them to sell their home? Because it's been on the market for 6 months. What can you do to help the people? And I'm telling you, once you start opening your mind up like that, everything changes. Everything changes, because that's where we are. It's all about help, family. So I've been doing this for a while. I take my business very serious. I take what I do very serious. I take helping people very serious. And, if you're on this journey with me, I know a lot of people are, and I respect, everybody and what they're doing and how they're doing it. I respect them so much because I know it's not easy for a lot of us. But we continue to do it, and some people have been doing it for years. And I don't know when he's going to give you. This is what I know to be true. If you quit, he'll never give it to you. You will never see more territory if you quit. And this can be your challenge. I don't know. It can be, he putting you to the test, and then when you pass the test, that's when he's going to open the doors for you and say, okay, you can come through. Now I'm going to bless you. And I know this is a Chinese bamboo tree, and it takes literally 5 years to grow. And when it grows like crazy within a 2-week period. But who's willing to wait those 5 years? Imagine if you stop watering the tree and you let it die. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They stop watering their tree and they let it die because they didn't see anything happen. But you don't know what's going on under the soil. You don't know what plan he has already laid out for you. It's already written. And that's why I say you're not waiting on God. He did everything in those 6 days. That's why he rested. What are you doing in your 6 days so you can rest on the 7th? And if you haven't done anything, why are you resting? Be like McDonald's. McDonald's is a global corporation. They open 7 days a week. Run your business like a business and not a craft, like your hobby type of thing. Run your business so you can say, okay, I'm open 7 days a week. I don't care if you do 30 minutes in your business. That's what you do. If you do an hour, you do an hour. But if you can take time to go see, and I'm not knocking these folks, I'm just telling you what I know. If you can take time out of your busy schedule to go see LeBron play, to go see a concert, to go see, to go to the movies, you're putting your hard-earned money in other people's pockets that's already made their money. When are you going to make yours? When are you going to make yours? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say, I want everybody to just focus in and really focus in. We're almost in 2018. I mean, literally, we blink and it's like 2018, and then you got to look back on your life and like, what did I do for 2017? Oh my goodness, I didn't do what I thought I was going to do. And a lot of people are going to be in that position, and it's going to happen next year for 2018, 2019, It's not going to stop. You have to make it stop. So, Father God, I just want to bless everybody that's listening to this call near and far. I want you to take time out to give them the insight to understand that they have everything they need. They just have to take the right action. Father God, look out for those who have no food to eat. Look out for those who are struggling. Look out for those who don't even know when the next meal is coming. But understand through you that in your name we pray. Amen. I want to thank Miss Kimmy. And I'm definitely going to be back next Monday. It's all about financial freedom. All this ties together. Thank y'all very much. God bless you. I'm out. Your favorite entrepreneur, Charles McCutchen.
What can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus.
Cheer, 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 cheer. Cheer.
We struggle in life, we often do wrong and we seldom do right. Parents must fight in front of the kids. When they become a baby, they do what you did. The generation curse goes right down the line. Resentment in the heart breeds an unstable mind. When we recognize the damage we've done, how can you be your father when you never raised your son? Brother, pump the brakes before it's too late. My daughter was 15 on the first date. We learn from mistakes, the wisdom, the truth. The Lord Jesus Christ can make the old to new. I give him the praise for all that he gave. His son Jesus Christ rose from the grave. Ask and receive his blessings and his love. My father set them up above. Power in the blood.
The power in the blood.
people up above. He filled his son, Jesus Christ, with power in the blood.
The power in the blood. The blood.
Of the Christ, they nailed him to the cross. He sacrificed his life for the sheep that were lost. They hit him, they kicked him, they mugged him, they whipped him. The chief priests and the town leaders that brought charges against him. Nailed him to the cross. Jesus Christ was a host. The earth began to shake when he gave up the ghost. 3 days later, Jesus was resurrected. The Holy Spirit showed us why the Son is so precious. The Father's investment for all of mankind. He hears for the deaf and he sees for the blind. The children in the world confused and abused by the evil that they see. They learn to break the rules. We see it in the news. The world ain't the same. Famines and plagues, people going insane. We gotta make a change, show God people some love. Lead them to the altar where there's power in the blood.
The power is in the blood. Come on.
Father, the Spirit, the Son, healing power in the name of Jesus, power in the blood of Jesus, drug addiction, alcohol, violence, anger, bitterness, resentment, it's power in the blood of Jesus. He is a healer, He is a revealer, He is our director. It's power in the name of Jesus. It's in His blood. Yes, Lord. It's power in your blood. You give it to those that need it. In Jesus' name, thank you for all you do, Father God, for healing us, for redirecting us, for renewing us. The power and blood of Jesus.